All right, I'm going to try recording this video again because every time I start off, the doorbell rings or something else. But hey, everybody, welcome to my In 5 series on the Akai MPC, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. I have been getting a number of emails from folks trying to figure out how to install the Flavor Pro Marco Polo files, the Fabric XL for Urban Heat, and the OPx-4 Pro Motion, and I'm sure the Hype Homage, although that one's also got its own problems. Right now, on my screen, I'm just showing a screenshot. You're going to get an email after you do the order from Akai Pro, and it is going to have the links to the files for the zip file, exes, package, and all that stuff. Download the zip files. They're the absolute easiest thing to work with. Otherwise, the other ones are installers and going to install things into your system, and then you're going to have to go find them and copy them out. If you've got the zip files, though, they're going to be easier to work with, and I will show you what to do. Otherwise, you're kind of on your own to install them and then go find the files on your file system. I'm not going to bother getting into that because it's a whole other thing. But definitely, if you can't find the email, also look for in-brand music. Maybe it's hit your spam folder. And if it has hit your spam folder or you just don't have it, definitely send an email to Akai Pro. Try and let them know that you've got this. You cannot download these files from your Akai Pro account on the website. It will show you, if you have your email linked, the record that you paid for it, but there's no files. I think this is completely ridiculous, and Akai Pro really needs to fix this. I mean, come on, guys, like step up. Like why can't we get these files? You know that we paid for it. Just put the dumb links over here and let people get access to it. That said, I have downloaded these. I'm going to say also, just for the homage the hype homage, I found the email for it and it doesn't even have a link. So clearly I must have bought it and then downloaded the zip file from the web link. And then it sent me an email saying, hey, thanks for buying this. And there's no link in the email or anything. So I mean, the whole system seems to be kind of broken and ridiculous. But that said, let's move into how to actually get this stuff from the zip file onto your MPC. And there are some caveats and a couple things you're going to want to know. But first thing, for the MPC, what I have done, and I will show you like where the settings are to do this, but I have installed all of my plugins, the downloadable plugins, onto my SD card. And the reason why I've done that is if you have them on your internal drive, you're going to have to only make these changes to your internal drive. And if you do it on the SD card, at least you can pop it out and go work on the file system. You can make backups and do things of that nature. But you can't have a mixed SD card and hard drive. It's going to pick one or the other for where to get most of these files. Marco Polo Flavor, the Marco Polo Flavor Pro stuff's a little bit different, and it comes with its own issues, but I would really just advise just do this on your SD card. So what I have here is I've got the download. For example, I've got OPx-4 Pro Motion. This is just in my downloads folder, and it's got basically the expansion pack, installation PDF, and the plugin expansions. If I go to my MPC SD card, which I've just named MPC SD because I'm lame, but if I open this up, the important thing you're going to see is there is a similar plugin expansions folder here. I created this and basically just copied from here into this, the plugin expansions folder, the Air Music Technology MPC OPx-4, and you just need the names to be exactly the same. If you're worried that you're going to make a typo, you could just go into here and just copy the plugin expansions folder into the root of your directory here. The only reason I did this way, the way I did, was I just didn't want this PDF file floating around because it's going to start asking you, like, you got a duplicate and you want to overwrite it. If you do this and this way, you're going to be able to get the OPx-4, the Hype Homage, the Fabric XL, and the Fabric working. So I'm just going to show you these really quick. We'll go Urban Heat. Again, plug in, it's Air Music Technology, MPC, Fabric, Fabric XL. Just copy these two files into this plugin expansions folder. It'll work great. And as I said, I just don't have the file for Hype to go download again to show this, but go get it. If you got the zip file, it shouldn't be a big deal. I don't remember if it came with a zip file. Maybe I had to install it and then copy it out. I don't remember. I know in the video I showed how to do it. Again, Akai, please fix this stuff. It's not a great user experience, and people want to use standalone alone by itself. We don't necessarily want to use the desktop software. Stop making this so difficult. Anyway, enough lecturing. You're going to want, oops, I was doing some tests. I'm just going to rename this. This install file has nothing to do with anything, but the other part is we were just talking about how the Marco Polo Flavor stuff is different. So what you need to know about this is the previous files, the Homage, Fabric, and OPx-4 files are all encrypted. They have a license certificate that you're going to have to download. So you're going to need to have Wi-Fi or Ethernet for your MPC to be able to download that certificate and let it run. That's the only way you can do this. So you have to make sure that these are tied to your Akai Pro account. And again, you're not going to be able to see them. It's kind of goofy and weird, but there is no encryption on the Marco Polo Flavor Pro settings. So really, to get this to work, which is also different, you need to go to the synths folder, and you're going to see here that I have created this Air Music Technology MPC Air Flavor Pro, and you have to name this exactly like this. It shouldn't be too hard to do, but like if you need to duplicate or look at the spelling for all of this stuff, just do the same as whatever else you may have in this folder and just name it this way. If you go in, if you downloaded it, you should have it though. So you should be able to find it under, again, synths. Go to synths, go to Air Flavor Pro. Now, the magic to get this to work is there is a presets folder here, and I basically just came in and copied all of the presets here, which has the default presets in it. So you can see the naming convention. So it's got lo-fi. That's how you end up with a lo-fi folder. It's got retro keys, which is how you get the retro keys folder. It's got the vintage drums. That's how you get that folder. I just dragged these and dropped these straight in, and it's going to basically create a folder along all of your Flavor Pro samples or presets that are then going to say Marco Polo, and then it's going to have a lo-fi folder, retro keys, and all that stuff. So if you want to have them separated, make sure it says Marco Polo in it. Otherwise, if you want these to sit right alongside your presets, just take out the Marco Polo from this. Now, just to go over this one more time, just because I know this is super confusing and I want to make sure everybody's got this. To install the Marco Polo Flavor Pro presets, you need to go into your SD card and go synths. You need to go to your Air Flavor Pro, and you need to go to presets, and then just go into your zip file that's been expanded and just copy these straight over in here. They'll show up. Now, I've said all of this. Let me eject the card because I want to show you how this looks and operates in practice on the MPC real quick, and then I will call it a day. So let me zip over to here. Nope. Here. All right, let's scooch this over a tiny bit. I've got the SD card, which I have installed everything onto, and I will show you, like, I know I'm doing this a little bit backwards, but I'll show you the setting to get it so that it will install everything onto the SD card and use that. If you've got it internally on your internal drive, you're going to have to re-download everything. I mean, you could potentially copy and paste it from file systems, but I just was like, you know what, I'm going to re-download everything and deal with it this way. So I'm going to go new project. You don't have to do this yourself, but go menu, go into preferences. You're going to see activations, and down here, you're going to see the content download drive. This is the one that you need to go set. If it's not set to your SD card, or just go change it if that's what you want to do, if you want to do the way I'm explaining right now. And then it will ask you to probably go download everything again. Then you can go copy all the files over. Now, for the way this looks, I'm just going to go new track. Well, let's go plug in, and I'm going to switch over to OPx-4, for example. If you go to your presets, just double tap on it. It will add in this back arrow where you can hit, and you have multiple preset folders. You can see here it says OPx-4 Pro Motion, and then it has all of the categories here. So all like hype, the fabric, the ones that we actually have the expansion settings for. This is just how they work. Now I'm going to come back out. The only other one that this is different is if we go to Flavor Pro, I'm going to go to FX. I will load up Harmonic, grab Flavor Pro. Now, if I open this up, what we're going to see is I go to presets, and if I go backwards on the back arrow, this is a little bit different because it's not like one of these expansion sets. Instead, what we see is, because the files are kind of right in the same directory, we see the lo-fi retro keys, vintage drums, all that stuff. And then down here it says Marco Polo. You can just go tap on this and get into the folder. It's not quite the same behavior as the other ones, but you cannot put the Marco Polo into this Marco Polo kit into that plugin expansions folder, because these files are not encrypted. And I don't know how to do the encryption and licensing to get that stuff to work. And I've tried playing with it, and I'm not going to bother anymore, even though it would be super cool as individuals to be able to go make these expansions and things and put them out there. This whole thing is like super hokey and kind of goofy for a implementation, and I kind of threw my hands up and was like, I'm done with this. So hopefully this explains to you how to go do all of this mess and work through it. As I've told people, if you got questions, I will try and do my best to help answer them, but I think this is about as thorough a job I can do to explain the madness of getting these things on your system, why we have the problems we do, and what you need to do to try and work through them. So thank you for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. Always keep asking questions. Go give Akai a hard time about this mess, and I don't know, have a happy holidays. Thanks, everybody, and peace.